Maybe someone says something to hurt you. Maybe someone cuts you in the traffic. Or someone you love is projecting their stress onto you. Or maybe someone's making fun of you. And usually you react. You get loud, you defend yourself. You feel that fire in your chest. But this time, you don't. You stay silent. You stay centered and you just look at them. And that silence, that's not weakness. That is the most powerful thing in the room. That is quiet power. Hi my loves, I'm Liloh and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about something that's really changed the way I show up to the world. And it's emotional maturity. And I know that we live in a society that thinks that the loudest person in the room is the most powerful. But that isn't true. In fact, the person who can't control their reaction is actually the one who's being controlled. Another thing is, usually the loudest person in the room is actually the more unconscious one. And today we are breaking down why emotional maturity is truly one of your superpowers, how it changed your relationship, and 3 steps to start building that quiet power today. So let's get right into it. Let's be real for a second. I used to think that emotional maturity means being a robot. Not actually a robot, but I really thought that emotional maturity means being emotionless. You know, like never feeling anything, never getting angry, and just always being there 24/7. And no, that's not it. Absolutely not. And trust me, I'm the most emotional person I know. So no, emotional maturity isn't about not feeling. It's about the space between what you feel and what you do. It's about the space between the trigger, the cause, and your reaction. Think of your emotion like a storm at sea. Emotional immaturity is being a little tiny boat being tossed up by every wave. But emotional maturity is being the anchor. The storm is still here, the waves are still hitting, but you're not going anywhere. You're anchored, you're grounded. And here's the truth. Reactivity is a leak. And every time you lose your cool, every time you let someone else's energy dictate your mood, every time you let someone else dictate how you feel, you're giving your power away. You're basically saying, here, you have total control over how I feel. I give you everything. You have control over my feelings. I give it to you. Take it. Take all of it. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm still struggling with this. But when you start to practice emotional intelligence, you start to realize that your peace is way more important than being right. You will understand that your peace is way more important than being understood. Because who will understand you 100%? No one except yourself. Your peace is always a better option. And quiet power is knowing that you don't have to attend every fight, every argument you're invited to. It's the ability to say no. I'm not going to let your cause become my cause. And this shift, guys, this shift is life-changing. So, I'm going to share with you the 3 pillars of quiet power. Let's get right into it. Number 1, you realize that other people's reactions are not about you. They're about them. If someone is being rude to you, it's not about yourself. It's just a reflection, a projection of their internal world, of their own lack of self-regulation. But it has nothing to do with you. Absolutely not. Maybe you disagree with them. But again, it's not against their identity. It's just a fact. So why would they even be mad if it's not reflecting a part of themselves that is hurt, that is unhealed? And once you see it, once you see that pattern, once you see that other people's reaction are just a reflection of themselves, you stop being victim of their moods. You stop being the victim of their opinion. And then you just think, oh, this person is going through it. And you move on. That's it. You don't owe them anything. Their opinion, their reaction are nothing to do with you. Trust me, you can go on with your life. They can control their emotion. They can learn emotional maturity. Number two, you care more about your peace than winning. Because in a conflict, an emotionally immature person wants to win. But an emotionally mature person wants to resolve the problem, even if it means, I see your point, let's find a way forward. But trust me, it takes so much more strength to be the bigger person in the room than the loudest. And usually the loudest person in the room is the less confident. And number three, this is a big one. So you can sit with your uncomfortable emotion without needing to fix them or to distract yourself. For example, when you're anxious, or you feel sad, when you're stressed, you don't immediately reach for your phone or for a snack. You don't immediately reach for a distraction. You just say, okay, I accept the way I'm feeling right now. I fully accept my feeling right now and my emotion. And feel it. Sit with them. You don't have to fix them. They're not bad. You have to feel sad in order to feel happy. The one doesn't exist without the other. Again, it's the law of polarity. And that ability to witness yourself, that ability to become the observer is truly your power, because it's where healings really happen. It's where you really become conscious of your pattern, because you're so anchored, you're so grounded in the present moment that you can actually make decisions and control yourself. When you fully accept the situation, when you're in this state of presence, in the present moment, you have the power to control the gap between the trigger and your reaction. You have the control over your reaction, because this acceptance, this presence is the gap between the trigger and your reaction. And yes, that's where the healing happens. So how do we actually do it? How do we actually do this? And I'm going to give you one tool, and it's called the 90-second rule, because neuroscience says that an emotional chemical surge lasts about 90 seconds in your body. Anything you feel after that, it's just you replaying the story in your head. So the next time you're triggered, don't do anything. Don't text, don't speak, just don't. And just breathe for 90 seconds. Let the chemical wave pass through you. And if you can survive those 90 seconds, you've already won. You've just claimed your power. And when you have quiet power, the world around you is looking different. Because you're not easily shaken now. You're actually more magnetic. You're more grounded. And people trust you more because you're more stable. And most importantly, you trust yourself more. Now you know that no matter what life throws at you, you have the internal tools to handle it. Now you know that you don't have to scream to be heard, because your presence speaks for itself. And trust me, my love, there is nothing more powerful than a woman who is completely at peace with herself. She's unshakable. She's unapologetic. She's grounded. And she's not letting any of her energy leak. She has all her power in her hand. She's not giving it away. That's it for today. I hope this video helped you, and let me know in the comment what's one area of your life you want to practice more quiet power. And lastly, don't forget to save the video for the next time you feel like you're losing your center. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. I wish you the best of the weeks, and I see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.